Hello and welcome to Shibogan Who. Today we're talking. Why laugh, lad? Why put me off like that?
Hello.
But today me and Dan, not the same Dan as last time. It's another Dan.
No.
Um, we're talking about the new Time Lord Victorious announcement called.
Yeah.
It's just called Daleks, isn't it? Exclamation mark.
Daleks exclamation mark.
Yeah. Um.
Which is how we shall refer to it from now on.
Yeah. So they announced Daleks exclamation mark earlier on at 12 o'clock. 15 minutes before we had something ready to go up, and he fucked us over. So now that's coming out at half 2, and it'll be out by the time this comes out. But Daleks exclamation mark is a Time Lord Victorious animated series that'll be free to watch on YouTube in 10-minute chunks every week, and it looks pretty good
Okay.
to me.
I didn't know it was going to be free to watch, so I'm going to be a lot less harsh on it now.
Yeah, it's gonna be 10-minute chunks on YouTube.
I honestly, I think it looks really shit.
You just said you ain't gonna be harsh on it.
No, you know what I mean, though. Like, I can understand. It'll be fine. I
Yeah.
can't see it being, like, groundbreaking.
Oh,
It's like the rest of the Time Lord Victoria stuff. I think there's something about it just feels a bit rushed and a bit.
yeah.
I don't know.
I reckon it said a star-studded cast as well, and I know one person from it, so it's very star-studded.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's Rani from the Sarah Jane Adventures and Queen Skifra from Series 12. She's back.
All right. Cool.
I know, yeah.
I'm so sorry if you can hear my dog in the background.
It's alright. Always welcome.
I think she's stopped now. Oh. Yeah, she's
What,
stopped.
what does she think of that exclamation mark? I see she likes it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the last thing to be announced, Time Lord Victorious wise?
Well, we didn't know this was getting announced until yesterday. So they could do something like this again. Like I remember they said something about there'd be games, like a mobile game and like a video game for like Switch and that. But I doubt that's happening now because it'd take ages to make a good game.
Yeah.
Like, and they've not mentioned a single word about it since like they announced the project originally. So yeah, I don't think that's happening. But
so this is coming in November, isn't it?
yeah.
Which around that time we're gonna probably get the trailer for Revolution, so that'll be cool.
That will be cool. On the main poster for it, yeah. On the left, you've got a classic series original Dalek. On the far right, you've got a Time War variant Dalek, except it's the same colours as the original Dalek, and then in the middle you've got the Emperor Dalek with like the bronze Dalek body build.
Let me just go shut my dog off. I'm sorry, one sec. You keep nattering on about these dogs.
No problem. So yeah, I quite like the new Emperor Dalek design since it's got I like that they've combined like the old version, but they've gave it like an eye stalk. The old version being the one that turned out to be Davros. They've made it bronze.
Sorry about that.
Sort of got no problem. Sort of goldish, bronze or gold. I think it's gold, and they've gave it like a bronze Dalek body build.
Of the Remembrance.
Yeah.
The Remembrance Emperor.
But improved.
Is that what?
Sort of.
I've just realised it's got less sense globes as well.
Yeah. Remember that one guy from the figure group who was like, that isn't a Dalek, it only has 3 sense globes for the Recon Dalek, being an absolute buffoon. And he was like, that looks nothing like a Dalek because it's missing some sense globes, and you're like, well, it just does look like a Dalek though, doesn't it? Do you reckon he's out there now telling someone that this isn't a Dalek because it's only got 3 sense globes? Like anyone's asked.
How does he sleep at night?
Wait until he sees the one from Revolution. He's going to have a 5th because it has 3 and 4. He'll be like, it's a Dalek, but it's not a Dalek, and then he'll just explode.
So, I'm looking at the picture that will be on screen right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
I know you just kind of glossed over it a little bit there, but is that Scaro in the background?
Yeah, let's say it is. Looks like
It
it.
looks like it.
It's a very nice image as well.
I like the colours. I honestly though like the footage that they've shown. It doesn't. I said it looks shit before. I mean, like it looks like a last minute thing thrown out during lockdown.
Yeah, probably.
And it's a bit weird because the trailer we got recently of the Dalek floating around in space.
Yeah,
That looked pretty.
that
That looked
looked
pretty great.
that looked better than one of the scenes from Resolution.
Yeah.
But I was talking to.
I'm weird.
Go on.
Sorry, go on.
No, go on.
Oh, yeah, we're no experts on visual effects here.
No, just I'm barely an expert on seeing. I haven't got 20/20 vision.
Yeah, but you can look at like different shots in this trailer, and there's just no. So like I'm looking at one at the moment on the trailer. It's like 8 seconds in, and there's something about the way this Dalek has like no shadow under it, and it's just a bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
It does look very cheap, I guess is the word, but I'm not surprised because they've probably made it over the past couple of months.
Yeah, it's not without its style though. It does have a certain charm to it, I reckon.
It
looks very
I'll
nice.
give it that. It doesn't look very. It's not very like.
It's not the best looking, but I think it has promise. But also, in the like article they released, they said something about I can't wait to see the finished product. So that it might not be fully finished, yeah. But they might just it was the voice actors that said that, but I'm pretty sure Nicholas Briggs might have said it too. So that they might have just mean because they haven't seen the full thing yet. But
yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's not. If it was ready to go now, it'd be out by now. Like the fact that it's.
When did it say it was out
coming
as
out
well?
in November.
Yeah, November.
What?
November, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've got ages to finish it yet. They've got like literally 2 months. So.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll start working now. They'll power through, won't they?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it. Obviously,
Yeah,
I'm not expecting anything. Like, so how did they say how many parts it's gonna be and how long they're gonna be or anything, or is it
5
just
parts.
it's coming in? Oh, okay.
It's basically a new episode because it's 50 minutes altogether. So.
Oh, okay, got it.
But yeah, I was talking to Davis about it then, and he was saying how Doctor Who always gets proper snubbed for good animation. Like, he said they should be able to get like the best in the industry because it's Doctor Who.
Joe Suggs in this.
Joe Sugg, yeah. Who is that?
YouTuber. Well, I think he's an ex. I don't think he does YouTube anymore.
Yeah, but is he a Doctor Who YouTuber or?
No.
What the fuck?
Can't remember his name. Thatcher Joe. Yeah, that's him.
I gave him a search earlier, but I still weren't familiar with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Davis was basically saying that Doctor Who just keeps getting bunked with subpar animation, and that they should be able to get like award-winning animation, basically like movie level. Not movie level as in like Spider-Verse, but like Clone Wars or like Samurai Jack.
I think it's purely just the lack of planning and the how soon everything's just like. I don't know if it's because they know the next series will be delayed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if they had plans to do Time Lord Victorious for years and they've just thought now is a good time, but it is like a reactionary thing to lockdown and the lack of content they've been able to put out.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it feels. I don't know. I do reckon the Time Lord Victorious was planned for ages. I don't think it originated in lockdown.
No, I think it will have been planned to agree before, but I don't know, something about this being the thing that's kind of rounding out this wave until we get the new year. Well, is it the festive special? Let's say.
Yeah,
I
which
don't
will
know.
be great.
It's weird because it's like it's not like everything that we've seen is equally bad. This looks a bit dodgy, but it's understandable.
The
Comics
comic's
look
great.
fine. Um,
The books.
the VR,
The books are
the
written by
trailer for the
some
immersive
promising people.
experience was amazing.
The VR.
Yeah,
Which oh, I know what one you mean. The trailer for that, the
yeah, that
effects were
trailer.
amazing. Yeah.
It was, yeah,
And then
you
even
know,
though it opened with that weird old man. But like the
yeah. I'm
Daleks and
interested
Cybermen look good
in.
in it. Didn't they
I'm
use the
probably not going
series
to be able to
12
go to that, but I'm
Cybermen too?
interested in seeing it.
I'm not even going to attempt to go to it. I'm just not asked.
I don't know.
I'll read all the books, audios, whatever they throw at me, but I'm not leaving my house to go to fucking London or something.
Yeah.
To be in a fucking dead hot room.
Did Dan say he was going?
I think Dan is going, yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't have the time or patience to do that, to be honest. They're the only
Yeah.
things that I'm not asked about. The theatre experience and the escape rooms. Like they're not even media. Like, don't even make them a part of a cross-media project. What's going on?
I think the response to Time Lord Victorious has been so weird because of the way they've. Sorry, my phone's going off. Because of the way that they announced it,
Yeah.
and it's just because there was no straightforward. You know how it took them quite a while to actually give us a timeline to how everything fits in.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a bit odd how they've just.
I still think
They've
it's
just,
weird
like-
how everything tells its own story, but also is really interconnected. Like, it can't be
Yeah.
both really interconnected and not interconnected. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm.
I'm gonna read them all because I want to see how it all interconnects. And I'm just a big shill, aren't I? But like, I just don't get it. Like, there's lots of interesting stuff, and it'd be so easy to bring like them all together. But also, they won't be brought together too much because they're all separate as well. So it's very confusing.
I'm interested to see how this works, specifically the Daleks thing with having the Daleks as the lead,
Yeah.
because that's one of the things they've really hit home on the website. I'm just reading some of the quotes here, and it's a Dalek centric thing. It's not going to be, diving into the lore and stuff, and show us everything that they get up to, but I think it's just going to give us a different perspective.
Yeah,
And
I like that.
I'm assuming that the people who are in it that aren't Nick Briggs are going to be playing
Civilians.
probably the victims of the
Yeah.
of the planets that get invaded or whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Big Finish have like a similar series that I'm interested in called Cybermen. And it's like not connected to the Doctor or anything, it's just like about a Cyberman war. And like about like a couple of humans who are trying to survive in it or something. Which I think is a really interesting idea. So if this is like that, then I'm very excited. But Doctor Who's animation track record is not great.
No.
Looking at you, Dreamland.
It's not a show that lends itself. I'm gonna have to be careful how I say this because
I reckon before you say
I
that, it would be
what
extremely well done in animation.
this is what I was gonna say. It doesn't lend itself to kind of God. How do I explain this? This is really tricky to try and explain. Like in terms of stuff like this, where it's quite quickly made and it's like an animated Doctor Who series as a whole that's had
not a
loads of time put into it,
yeah
would work really well. Like the universe and the mythology of the show and stuff, it does lend itself to animation really well.
yeah
Um, and but when they make stuff like this that is mostly filler and it's quite rushed and there's definitely going to be interesting stuff going on, but
yeah. What I'd
I don't know.
want is like, and obviously, I wouldn't want a main show animated. I'd want like a spin-off animated. So like maybe an Eighth Doctor miniseries, or even like a miniseries that focuses on a different Doctor each week. Could be really cool. Like you could have Capaldi one week and then Tennant and then McGann and then Baker.
Someone's just said
One of the Bakers.
someone's just said that it looks like something from VR chat.
What's VR chat?
It's I'll send you a picture. You'll know. Um, yeah, I'm just skimming through comments and stuff, and it got me thinking. Like, if someone, because Doctor Who this year has been doing the rounds on Twitter, it's been trending on YouTube, it's been doing a lot in terms of like with like social media engagement and stuff.
Yeah, every watch
It's been
along
doing
it was
really
like
well. At,
number
like,
one trending in the UK.
yeah,
Maybe even
there's
the
been a
world.
lot of stuff going on this year for the not just the show but in the fan base, and I feel
I
like if someone kept seeing this stuff going on and was like, oh right, what the hell is going on with Doctor Who? Maybe it's someone who hasn't watched it in ages or someone whose kids used to watch it
yeah,
or whatever, and they go on it and they have a look at, say they see this and people are talking about this on Twitter and they're like, what is that? And they check it out and this is the first thing they've seen from Doctor Who in years. Yeah, I can understand why they'd be like, right, I'm not bothering.
yeah. To
Because
be fair though,
it's weird.
yeah. To be fair though, 2020 has been a fantastic year to be a Doctor Who fan. Like there's so much going on.
Yeah,
You've got
to
series
tie you
12, which love
to
or
tie
hate
you
it.
over till the next series at least. Yeah,
Not even that,
I'm.
because we've had a series and that was great, I reckon. But then we've
The
got
thing is,
Time Lord
we're
Victorious. You've got Out of Time, which is a massive crossover. You've got the comics still. You've got River Song and the 10th Doctor audio series coming up. Like, there's
yeah.
so much going on. You've got all the
There's a lot
watch-alongs
going
too.
on. We're coming at it from different perspectives because I could afford to, but I just don't really bother with expanded media and stuff like that in general. Like I listen to Big Finish sometimes, but apart from that, the show is like it's the main thing really. I have
Even
like Target novelizations and stuff, but I don't read the comics or anything like that.
even if you don't
So
do that, you've still got like the watch-alongs and the new series and that. And the sound, you
yeah,
like the
that's
music
true as
too.
well.
Got a belter
But
soundtrack this year.
for me it hasn't been a year like you said. It's not been a year for me of look at all this new Doctor Who content that's coming out that can keep you going until next series. For me, it's more I've just had this time to do a podcast and go back
Oh yeah,
and
and
watch
we
stuff.
started the podcast. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So when I think about Time Lord Victorious, it's more just here's some stuff that I could have got involved with, but
you still can.
I'm just not. I can still, but I'm just not the kind of person that I think is going to enjoy it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? I'm glad I've spent the year going back looking at the stuff that already exists, but I'm grateful for it because it means there's so like you said, like everyone's been doing watch-alongs and they've been trending on Twitter and stuff. Like people that say Doctor Who is dead, it's not.
it's literally like even. So you got all them audios and the Time Lord Victorious and all the new novels and the new series and the soundtrack, the watch-alongs. You've got like so many more new figures as well this year than usual.
Oh God, yeah,
So like every
yeah.
every single aspect of the show's like thriving basically. Like
Yeah. I think
it couldn't be
even if
doing better, in my
even people
opinion.
like myself who aren't that happy with the current era of the TV show,
Yeah,
I've still had we've
there's
had so many figure releases that I've been all over,
there's
and
classic
we've had
who releases still coming out. like
Been listening to Big
animated
Finish
ones
that
and that.
I'd never have thought I'd listen to because they've been putting out free ones every month.
Another good thing
And
about
I got on
lockdown.
that train. Yeah, we got Farewell Sarah Jane.
Ah, that
There's been so much stuff that
we
if
we got a mini episode written by Neil Gaiman, like
yeah,
in 2020.
we
Can't believe it,
yeah
and it was great. There's just
yeah
so
it's
much
been
going on.
overall it's been a terrible year. But as fans of this weird little sci-fi show
Yeah,
and um yeah, people who like talking about it and stuff, we've not had it's not there's not been nothing for us to talk about. There's been so much going on still.
it might have
Um,
been. It might it might be a terrible year, but with all the Doctor Who stuff and 5 months off work, I'm having a ball. Apart from all the
yeah,
deaths and that, like,
apart from all the deaths.
like personally, obviously overall terrible, but personally, I'm having a proper ball. I'm back in work now though, so half shit. But Big Finish will get me through and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it's I'm overall then this Dalek thing, and I guess we've talked about Time Lord Victorious as a whole really.
Yeah.
I'm not it like when it comes out I'm not going to watch it ASAP. I'm just going to watch it when I can. And I probably won't. We will talk about it on the podcast. We might do that
Could
might
do
be
an
the
episode
topic for
on
an
it.
episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when it wraps up.
Shabocast number, by then it will be probably number what?
20
Number...
something maybe.
Wait, if it's... Hang on, I can figure this out now. You
Oh.
just talk about what you feel about it.
So yeah, I'm looking
Overall.
forward to it. I'll probably watch it. I'm not sure whether I'll watch it straight away. If I'm literally not doing anything like I was today, then I'll watch it straight away. But if not, I'll watch it on the day because I'm never like too busy that I don't have 10 minutes to spare. Like I don't run like the world, so couldn't think of a good example. Then you've put me on the spot here, then. But yeah,
It'll be probably episode 14 or something like that. We could
What?
do. Yeah.
Don't forget it'll be like
Unless
an
it's-
extra 5
if it's-
weeks after it starts.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Hang on.
It'll be close to episode 20, I reckon.
Keep talking on the spot. Go.
So the Graske, I don't know. Wouldn't you like to see the Graske return? I would. Or the Groske. I like the blue ones. I think they're called Groske, aren't they?
All right, probably
completely
15 or
unrelated, though.
16.
15 or so. Fucking hell, you've only had the 2
yeah, I'd like-
episodes. You missed about
Yeah, so
4
I'm not-
weeks out.
I'm not gonna like keep up to date with it all, and I've not kept up to date with Time War Victorious really.
I'll keep you up to date with it then.
Thank you. But I get enough from the news segment that Dan does.
Yeah, that he
There's always
sometimes
Time Lord
forgets to
Victorious.
do one time.
But
But yeah,
it'll be fine. It won't be. I don't think this will be a thing where we'll all go. Do you remember that time we got an animated series of the Daleks? Because it's not going to be.
yeah, it won't be that.
I don't know.
It'll
I'd like
be-
to be proved wrong. I'd like for this to be some trailer they made actually quite a while ago, and when it comes out, it looks way better. But I doubt it.
That'd be an interesting marketing strategy. But do you know what?
They
It'd be
said that
fun?
about Halo Infinite, and now
Oh.
they've just delayed that, so everyone's thinking, yeah, the game just looks shit.
Do you know? Yeah, that game as well has been in development for years now. The trailer came out about 2 or 3 years ago.
They've had since 2015. They've had.
Yeah, I
That was when
suppose.
the last one came out. Yeah.
Completely unrelated, by the way. I wouldn't have a clue where to start developing on a console, on like a game for a console that's not even out for another 5 years. So I'll give them that. But they're built for this and I'm not, so they should have some clue. But yeah, basically, I'm quite excited for it. It doesn't look the best. Maybe we'll look back at it and go, oh, remember that time we got that Dalek series? The same way we do. Oh, remember that time they made that weird Dreamland series?
Yeah, I think it will be like that. It won't be like,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's better than a kick in the cock, I suppose. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that are better than
I'm
that.
looking forward to it, but I'm not like ecstatic like I would be if it was a new series or like the Christmas special. I'm looking forward to it
Yeah.
like in a way like, oh, it's free and I'll watch it and it looks alright.
I will absorb it and consume it when it
I'll
comes
absorb
out,
it like a certain Peter Kay character from a great
and then
episode of the
I
show.
probably won't ever watch it again unless it's really amazing. Put it down.
If it's good, I'd love for them to release it on DVD or Blu-ray so I can just buy it.
Did
I'll
you
put
think
the rest of
anything
it.
else would? Did you think anything else would come out of Time Lord Victorious? Like,
Well, I was wondering about
is
the
there?
games if they were still happening. So like,
Yeah,
but then I
I mean,
thought
like
there's no
when you
chance.
saw that initial poster of Eccleston in his mustard jumper and Ten in the massive Time Lord collar and stuff, did you have anything that immediately, apart from thinking what the hell's going on, did you think, is this a game? Is this a comic? Is this or whatever?
Straight away, I thought, well, Eccleston's not going to be in it because that's impossible.
Yeah,
And he's
look what
proved me
happened.
wrong now, like,
Yeah,
but he still isn't in it, so I was technically right. But there was people like, oh, Eccleston will be in the audios, and I was like, he's definitely just going to be in the books or the comics, and he is
I
just in the
thought it
books and the
would be
comics.
I thought it'd be just a big finish thing, and then
I
I
thought it was
remember
a big
looking at it and
finish
thinking,
sort of
"There's no big
thing.
finish. Look at that."
I'm
Yeah,
glad that they're doing stuff. I'm glad that they've got both eighth fucking hell. I'm glad that they've got both 8th and 10th Doctor Big Finish stuff coming out.
yeah.
Like, even if it is just one for the 10th Doctor and like 4 for the. They've even
And
got
then,
like
but then we also,
Delgado and Ainsley Master stuff coming out. Ainley Master stuff coming out,
yeah,
which is cool. Even though obviously they're dead, but like it's an impressionist.
you
Or
also
something.
got it was Out of Time was a separate thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was
Yeah.
amazing.
See, that's what's confusing is that they still had other stuff coming out that wasn't Time Lord Victorious related. So, like, when I think about, there's so much stuff that happened this year. When I think about it, most of it, I just kind of think of it as Time Lord Victorious when it's not.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird.
yeah. The other day I
Still
made.
no figures. I thought we'd be getting figures from it,
The,
but
there is
not.
some, but there'll be more. But yeah, do you remember the other day when I put in the server?
Hmm.
Remember that bit in Out of Time where the guy suffocates himself to death in the car, and Cameron was dead confused about it. I was making a little joke because the other day I realised there's a Torchwood episode called Out of Time, and I forgot to explain the joke to Cameron, so I just left them confused. But yeah, when I realised there was a Torchwood episode with the same name, I was like, what? I was like, how did I not click onto this sooner? Great episode as well, by the way. But yeah, if you were to if you had an unlimited budget, what would your ideal animation style be for a Doctor Who animated show?
I would. Firstly, I would shut my dog up. She's just
You're very quiet, by the way, Don. You've got your hand over your mouth.
How about that?
Yeah.
Hey.
So go on.
This is gonna sound very weird and out of nowhere, but I wouldn't. My God, this dog. I wouldn't. I would do I would do a Lego Doctor Who movie.
Oh.
That would be the
Interesting
animated
choice.
Doctor Who thing that I do.
Cool.
Not like you could do some kind of Spider-Verse style.
I wouldn't want that.
No, it'd be too obvious. A Lego Doctor Who movie. The more I thought about it, and the more I listened to other people's ideas, and I was like, actually, that would work amazingly. You take the self-awareness and kind of the tone of the Lego Batman movie, but you apply it to Doctor Who, and you make the plot kind of a bit like in Love and Monsters. It's kind of taking the piss out of obsessive fans and fan culture and stuff like that, and people who take it too far.
Yeah.
I'd do something like that. That's what the message would be. Maybe someone trying to aspire to be the Doctor and they end up becoming the villain or something like that. There's a lot of things. There's specific ideas I have for it, but I might as well wait until we can do a video on that whole thing. But that would be how I'd do an animated entry into the universe. What about you?
Oh, Do you know what? I'm trying to think. Obviously, yeah.
My Little
Like,
Pony, obviously.
Obviously, I've seen loads of weird art over the years.
What, Doctor Who's?
Oh, don't.
It's a thing.
Obviously, my favourite animated show ever is Ben 10. Like the original one's got the best art style out of them, I'd say. So I'd really love to see something like that. However, I think I'd rather a more like cartoonish art style, so that it can be like really like silly, basically, rather than like dead self-serious. So like silly like Love and Monsters or something like that. With like a really expressive art style. You know, like not like where the eyes pop out of your head, but where like the characters aren't restricted by like I don't know, like the limitations of reality, basically. So you could do like loads of weird, trippy stuff, like Rick and Morty, but like with more, not Rick and Morty, because that art style is like quite basic in comparison to what I'm thinking.
Would you literally write it into the show as they maybe it like starts off live action and then they go into some kind of pocket universe where everything. Would you go just that ridiculous with it, or would you just have it as a separate thing?
I mean, ridiculous as in like you can make the bodies like weirdly, not weirdly proportioned. Like, do you know, like in the Fairly Odd Parents, the way Mr. Crocker, like when he says fairies or something, his back just like snaps about 7 times. Like, because it's a cartoon. Like where you can do stuff like that rather than like, you know what I mean? But not that, obviously. You know, it's very complicated because I can't think of a specific show. Maybe something like Adventure Time. Don't know. Or like Over the Garden Wall. That'd be cool. I don't know what I'd have the plot be, but I wouldn't mention that it's animated. It'd just be like another adventure that just happens to be animated. The same way.
Okay, like just an episode.
Yeah, but it'd just be like more over the top than usual, probably. I'd have it like really stylized.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
a good idea.
I like it, you know, when
So, like,
people draw the TARDIS getting bigger as you get to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it when they draw it like that. So probably have it similar to that.
Yeah.
I really
There's
love that.
if you want to see some cool animated Doctor Who stuff, go check out Ginger Animator.
Oh yeah.
Because I've shown you his stuff before. It's John. He does.
Yeah, I follow him.
Some amazing stuff, and I think him and Billy from they both did 5 Who fans. I think they've got a little Doctor Who project in the works.
There's another guy I follow as well, called or girl, I don't know, called 3D Doctor Who.
Shabocast.
On Instagram, and he posts loads of like renders of just like TARDISes and Daleks, and he done, yeah, and prepare yourselves because this is very cool. He done the Dalek time strategist from Big Finish in like a 3D render, and it looks gorgeous.
The purple, purple one.
Yeah, the one that looks like the Dalek Supreme, but it's purple. It's got like a big ball of time energy inside it.
Ah, right, okay. What's the one with the gold rings? Is that the time controller?
No, that's the one I'm talking about, yeah.
Oh, right.
See?
Oh, it's got rings. Oh, right, okay.
It's the same.
Because there's one where it's just got a big sphere, isn't it?
I don't know what that one is. The Emperor. Yeah. But yeah, his latest one's like a render of the 13th Doctor's TARDIS, except the interior's like lit blue, and it looks
I've seen
gorgeous.
That, yeah. Well, do you remember when the pictures of that interior leaked?
I do. I remember. I went to
and everyone was recolouring it and trying to colourize it and make it look right. And then the actual episode came out and it just looked nothing. It looked like it, but it's just there was no point to that because when you saw it in an episode, it looked so different.
I remember I went to my mate Matthew. I don't want to see it until they officially release it, so I'm just going to have a quick look. But then I can't remember if I actually had a proper look or not. I think I had like a peek and then went off it straight away. And I was like, nah, I'll wait. But I straight
I saw the post that was about to get taken down, so I saved it and spread it like nobody's business.
But yeah,
Yeah,
we've got fairly off topic here, I'd say.
we have. Yeah, I think we've said all we need to. Otherwise,
Yeah.
it's going to become a podcast.
Wonder what I'll title this video since we didn't just talk about that. It's
Daleks and
Daleks in
TLV
2020
discussion.
and our own animated Doctor Who and the Groske and, and Dan's dog.
Call it Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Ah, can't believe you got me to say that,
More. Oh, Buy Me, Me, Me.
That's the one.
Yeah, just call it that.
Yeah, right.
Buy
So,
me, me.
so that's all from us then.
Good night.
Yeah, see you next time on Shibogan Who.